Hello, everybody! Welcome to the spookified D&G Explorers headquarters. It is Halloween time
Fall
here.
time, fall
yes.
time.
So we have our lights. These light up, actually. Show yours lit up.
Yep.
So they light up. Gotta put the "and" in there somewhere. So there you go.
Mine isn't lit as well as yours.
D&G Explorers.
Why does mine Oh, maybe. Oh, it's probably that reason.
Go.
It's because your light's probably shining brighter on you. Welcome, everyone. What is the date today? I don't even know what date it is. What, is it the 14th or is it the 15th?
Today is
I'm not
the
even sure.
14th.
So we were thinking we will come out right at the beginning. We were going to announce a group cruise that we're going to do, but we're not quite ready to announce it.
But you just did announce it.
No, we didn't say all the we didn't say all the specifics. So we want to do it justice and have everything ready to go. Get our time putting it out. So it's going to be a few weeks delayed for that. But we thought, you know what? We've been decorating for the fall. Well, I shouldn't say we, because I haven't done anything. It's all Greg.
Well, no, you helped me get the lights twined around the leaves.
I held the lights while he put them up. So Greg is a
Thank
master.
You had your hand in it.
He's a master at decorating, and he loves this time of year. And we thought, you know what? There's a lot been going on this last week. There's a lot going on, and it's the 21st is when it changes. So we're only a week away from that.
We just wanted to start it a little early.
We did. And so we decided, let's have fun and make it a fall show. So, Greg, let's welcome our explorers in, but let's first have Jim from More Sunshine, please. Let's have him take it away, if I can. Let's see what this one is here.
Check!
That was short and sweet, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Jim from More Sunshine, please. If you haven't had a chance to check his channel out, I think everyone in here knows who Jim from More Sunshine, please is. But if you haven't, please check his channel out. He's a great supporter and he's a great friend of ours.
And we are representing
the boys.
Pepper Tree Villa.
Yep.
The guys here. It is the last year's The Taste of Fall, so we thought we'd wear this because it's getting to be fall time.
Yes, and they go live on Mondays, about 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and they have a very good show. A lot better produced than what we put on, but we have fun just as much as they do.
We all do it in our own way.
We do it our own way, that's to be sure.
I like how we do it. I like how they do it. I like how everyone else does their show.
Yes.
So it's what makes us us.
So why don't we welcome our explorers in?
And Waypoint Explorers said short and sweet. Isn't that your nickname, Derek?
They know me all too well.
You got part of it right. No, I'm just playing. We got Meg's Funtime, Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes. Thank you again for sharing our link.
Yes, and quick question. How many days until your first cruise? I'm excited. I can't wait for you.
Carla McClendon, Angela Nemechek, Paul Eichenlob, Cheryl Rusinski, Waypoint Explorers, Nick Tours, where are we at here? Tony G 1975.
We're going to see Tony pretty soon.
Carla McClendon, I don't think I said. Ashley Ratliff.
I'm just waving.
PSV Odyssey. And I think we're all cut up for now.
Yes.
A lot of our viewers I know are on a cruise right now.
Midlife Crazy.
The Midlife Crazy Group Cruise. So have fun, everybody that's on the cruise. If you watch this after or whatever, hope you're having fun.
Yeah, they're on what they call the BBD Rum Run.
Simba too, welcome.
Welcome, Simba. So they are having a lot of fun right now. We use Marco Polo, and that's one of the groups we belong to, which is the Midlife Crazy group, and they're having so much fun there. Kenny, his 31 days until my very first group cruise. That is so exciting for him. Yes, I can't wait for him to enjoy that.
Take lots of pictures and video. Make lots of fun memories.
There's been a lot going on this past week. We had one of the highlights. Definitely one of the highlights is the Buffalo Bills.
Woohoo!
Won the
Let's
first
go,
game
Buffalo!
of the year. Yep, they won the first game of the year.
Yep, they did.
I'm going to move this.
Or we did. Oh, yeah.
And
let's put them back. Oh, there you go.
Only one game. So, nothing too over the top, but they look good in their first win of the year. 20 more games to go, 19 more games if they make it to the Super Bowl.
Until we get to the Super Bowl. Yep,
Yes.
we're going to make it to that Super
So
Bowl.
let's see how that all works out.
We're already going to the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah, that was fun. What else? Let's bring this in because
M. Stewart, welcome.
Welcome.
And Angela thinks you're short and sassy. All
That would be true.
All true words.
yes, we had today was a big thing. I'm going to put that up right now, but they did the viewing. No, sorry, it's not the viewing of the Queen.
It's not a viewing.
It
no.
was. They call it.
It's
state
a procession.
Yeah, where you can view her coffin, pay your last respects.
Yeah, she's in the
Westminster Hall.
Yes,
is where she's at.
State of resting right now.
State of resting.
For
that's
7
what they call
days.
it. Yes. So we do have some pictures of that.
Mm-hmm.
This was
7
actually,
days, and then they're gonna do other services,
Yeah,
and then the actual service.
the wedding is
The wedding?
Sorry, the funeral is on Monday.
Oh.
And I kind of did this backwards of the way these pictures are. I thought I had them in order, but they're reversed from what I wanted to show. But this is when they were, after the procession, they were going into Westminster Hall. This is how long the procession was. This is leaving Buckingham Palace. It doesn't look like there's many people here, but they're all under the trees, and there were tons of people along the stretch of this here. This is part of the band that they have. These are all they're military, just for the Queen, even the ones in the special hats. It's an honor to be in that regiment. So that was a really big procession, and you can see a little bit more. They did have some of the my gosh, what is going on here? They did have some of the royal family that were walking behind it. Now that's the Queen's daughter there. Actually, a lot of the Queen's children.
Yeah,
Prince Charles,
Prince Harry,
Prince Andrew, Prince Philip, and I forgot her name. Is it Princess Catherine? And then you have Prince Harry and Prince William there. So and actually it's King Charles now. It's no longer that, but they were following the procession. That happened for us on the West Coast. That happened. I was watching it
like
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's about a 38-minute march from Buckingham Palace to the Westminster Hall. But it was one of those things that 70 years the Queen was in service, and I did actually. I don't know if you want to say I met her, but when I lived in England, our school did a field trip to. It was when we were on the American base, and they had her. She came out of the airplane and she walked like right in front of us, and she like waved to us. So that was a special honor to meet the Queen. That was back in the late 70s. So here we are today.
God bless the Queen.
Yes. We have the traveling Gilberts.
Yes, and you
I'm
leave
behaving.
You leave it up to what you think BBD stands for.
We're gonna hold off on that.
M. Stewart, welcome.
That has to be Ronnie. If you guys missed our show last week, you have to check it out. Ronnie and Teresa from the Traveling Gilberts were on our show.
The what?
Traveling Gilberts.
You said traveling Gilberts. Yes, I love it. More sunshine, please, with Jim Seasons. Greetings, Jim.
Welcome in, Jim. And Carlos said they are actually streaming that. When I stopped watching around our time, about about 8:30 in the morning, there was a line that was 2 miles long, and they're going to have 24/7. They're just going to have continual people showing the.
Yeah.
I think you can only spend like 30 seconds there in front of it, but
they'll have security all over around her. So
yeah, but it was a very. It's one of those things that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And I actually fell asleep out here, and I woke up in the morning and they were talking about it, and I just stayed up several hours just so I could make sure I was watching all the procession and them getting ready. So very very interesting how they do all that.
Well, welcome everybody.
Yes, welcome in.
Just came in, and
we got to do our drink of the day, right?
Yeah.
So, do we want to show the video?
We don't have to if you don't want to.
So, the drink of the day is a Pilsner
Urkel.
Urquell.
Pilsner Pilsner Urquell. It looks like Urkel, like Steve Urkel.
So I don't know if people know their cheers, dilly dilly.
Cheers, dilly dilly.
So what is unique about this? This is
God
the
bless the
very
Queen.
first Pilsner beer that was ever created. It's a Czechoslovakian beer, and I actually saw this in a show about 3 weeks ago. I think it was like How It's Made or something like that.
Plum travelers, welcome.
Welcome in, Larry. And the interesting thing on this is that it was like from 1840. It's been around a long time, and they built it underground because a lot of the beers at that time were the dark beers, and they wanted something a little bit lighter. And they make these in barrels, and they're underground. And what they would do is when the ice was frozen from the lakes, they would take chunks of the ice and they would put it down into this, like where it was, and basically with like underground, and where the water was, it's like the hole in a roof. So when the ice came down, it created like a little water river to keep the temperature more constant. So we thought we'd try this. It's pretty smooth, and they say 9 of the 10 Pilsner beers are copies of this one. So this is the very first Pilsner beer. So not bad. A little bit of a bitter tinge to it at the end of it, but it's smooth. It's very smooth.
I don't think it's bitter.
You don't taste it?
I don't think it's bitter.
The hop of it is bitter. We have some cruise news. We have some other fun stuff. We have some D23 news, some cruising news.
Yes, we do, actually. What time is it? Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I was going to say something, but go ahead.
So we did do something that we saw a band in Madera. We live in Madera, California.
We did? Was I there?
We do. So this
we
was,
do? What?
we had our district fair, and so we had you got to have sitter. So supporting the local sitter industries here.
That was like the only good thing to really drink that we saw.
Yes, Tiffany Peacock, welcome in.
Welcome, and we had a nice corn dog, jumbo corn dog.
And I don't know how I managed
covered
to
in
do
mustard.
that. There is the face in the mustard.
There is.
And I have no idea how I managed to do that. So always have to have good fair food. One of the things which is unique to this area is, I have no idea what that was.
I don't either.
This building here is represented from, it's the Sugar Pine Railroad, which used to operate up in the mountains. And what they would do is, the logging company that was up there, if you can see, I think you see it more in this next picture. This little flute here, this would go from the mountains, and it came all the way down into the valley. One of them was in Madera, one of them was just outside of Fresno. And this is a tribute to that. Yeah, it's been long gone. They haven't done the forestry in that area, but this is who we saw. Cherie, welcome. Surfer Girl 326.
Yes, welcome.
And we've, we'll just say who we saw, which it was
the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but yes, Sounds of the Summer.
Woo.
And a few things about them. We were incredibly impressed how they just like boom, and just like they didn't even like,
it was like
very few stops, just song
music,
after song
one after the
song.
other,
and then they would stop and they would
couple
talk
stories.
for a little bit, and yeah, but
the main singer, I don't remember his name,
Wilson.
But he had his son
Mike Love.
He had his son sing a song that one of the other ones sang. So
yeah, but Beatles they're up there with the Beatles in terms of popularity. The chances of them coming to us now, we've seen a few acts, popular acts. We've seen some big country ones, and did we see Brooks and Dunn? No. I don't know if it was them. We saw them. There was the two names, the country that were around. You probably don't remember.
I don't think we saw any country. We saw
Scotty.
Yes,
and we saw
Scotty Mccreery from American Idol.
And we saw another one because Debbie was with us, and it was one of her favorite acts. And they're an older band. But
we saw One Republic.
One Republic, and we will never have them come to Madeira again. Because,
Probably not. And Joan Jett was here, I think, last year.
yes, Joan Jett. We saw Eddie Money came here. So
did we?
yeah, we
I
saw
don't
Eddie Money.
remember
That was
that.
before he passed. Obviously,
Oh.
before he passed away. He's not going to come here after he passed away. But Traveling Gilberts, I was lucky enough to catch them back in '86. Love the Beach Boys. Yeah, I thought I was going to know every single song.
Yes, his son Christian sings with the Beach Boys. Yeah, he sounded
Yes.
just like he was with the Beach Boys all these years.
Yeah, and I thought I would know every single song that the Beach Boys played, but there were a few that
There's
we
a
didn't
lot I
know.
didn't know.
And then there were
I knew
some
their
that
hits.
some of their songs sound a lot like each other. 'Cause
Yeah,
remember,
they do.
I said, "Oh yeah," and I started singing it. He goes, "No, didn't they already sing that song?"
That was funny.
I was like, "Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?" So, but a lot of hits. It was a good time, and that was our first day. The weather actually came down, like maybe 15 degrees from
and
what it was before.
it's actually been cool. Last night was really windy and nice and everything.
Yes.
We have some mail, in a way. I ordered something for us for the spooky season from none other than Shop Dizney. And they were out of stock when I tried to order them, but then they came back. So, excuse me, I thought they were really cool. I got 2 of them. But they are Nightmare Before Christmas Jack-o'-lantern
Yeah, those are cool.
candle votives. So you stick a candle in the back and they light up. Kind of like the Mickey Mouse ones that they have out there. But this is
I like
Nightmare Before Christmas.
The color of it.
Yeah, and it is porcelain. The top does come off. It's taped on right now. But yeah, they were sold out for a while. And then they just came back. So I thought, I'm getting 2 of them before they sell out again.
Larry
Pretty
said
cool.
He missed living in the big city. I live in a landlocked town. We're pretty small, to be honest. We're not a very big. Welcome, Disney Nerd Herders.
Disney Nerd Herders.
I think we have 55,000 here in town. Fresno, which is about 13 miles away, is 600, 700,000. And it's connected to Clovis, so you add another 200, 300,000 to that. So there's a lot in that area, but in our area, we're pretty
Hi,
small.
Mom. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Mama Berthel. Aw.
Thank you.
Yes, and we want to give a shout out to the Disney Nerd Herders. They are in the Magic Kingdom today.
I know. I
And-
want to be there so bad.
Yeah.
They're going to the Halloween party, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
And we were on their show as a surprise, like a last minute guest.
Surprise last week.
And we always love being on their show. We are going to have a
What is wrong with your bodily
I have
functions?
no idea. we are going to have another Five Foolish Mortals episode.
At some point,
yes, we don't
even
think-
if all of us can't be
Yeah,
there, we're still going to try.
We're going to try. Fingers crossed. But if not, we'll still push forward with what we have. And Charlie from the Disney Nerd Herders, Jim from More Sunshine Please, Ben from Peppetree Villa, and Greg and I, we are all the Five Foolish Mortals, which is a Disney-themed show. What's up?
The way you say it, modals.
Oh, wow. Larry says he has 12,000 and only able to fly in or 2 ferry rides remote town. Yeah, that is definitely...
Orange Cone Vlog, welcome.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. How are we doing on? Okay, we're getting close to where that one
The
thing is.
half-hour time.
Yes. So, Greg, just trying to think something quick. So, some of the big things that have happened was D23. D23 was in Disneyland this year. We didn't get a chance to go
Like it
visit
was, what, 2 years ago?
I think so.
We went
yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, right. Was it right before COVID? It was, wasn't it?
Mhm. Maybe 3 years ago now, actually.
It might have been 3.
That's when we met Jim in person for the very first time.
Yep. Bob and Ashley.
Yep.
We hung out with Peppetree Villa. Was that
Well,
the
we
first
met
time?
Bob and Ashley before that. No, Bob and Ashley wasn't there. They went to Disneyland, but we met them, I believe, for the first time at Disneyland when they came here.
I thought Bob and Ashley were there.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. Yeah, they were.
I don't think
They were. I was thinking of the picture.
Jim, can you tell us if they were there or not? We don't remember.
They were, because Chris was there.
Yeah, Chris was there.
Because I have a video where all of us are waving, and
maybe they were there. I don't know.
They were.
It was so long ago.
No, and I still have some video from that I never released.
That's when Jim fell in love with our Splash Mountain. He was just drenched from head to toe. He was like, "What in the world? Our Splash Mountain doesn't even drench you that much." So, and unfortunately, it sounds like both of them here and at Walt Disney World, and I think all around the world, all Splash Mountains are going to be converted.
No, not in Tokyo.
Not in Tokyo. It's going to stay Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
I wish Walt Disney World would stay, but they're going to be, ours and theirs are going to be converted to The Princess and the Frog.
Although I heard somewhere that might be changing, so we'll see what happens.
I hope so.
Bob and Ashley were there, and Orange Cone said Disney 23 Parks and Experiences panel was rather disappointing. You know, I've heard that. I've heard several people mentioning that it was disappointing on it.
We heard like ideas being thrown out there, nothing like cemented. They were talking about
teasers?
A villain's park.
These are land.
Yeah, they said that it's nowhere close to happening, but they wanted to like put it out there. And I'm thinking, why even talk about it then and get people's hopes up if you don't even know when it's going to happen?
The interesting thing on that, they said it was going to be, there's, what is it, Encanto, is it an Encanto and Coco Land? And it's going to be behind Splash Mountain. And then, so
at
you're going to
Disneyland?
Magic Kingdom.
I was going to say
they didn't mention it coming into Disneyland. It was at Walt Disney World. It was at the Magic Kingdom.
Put it? There's no room back there.
So Magic Kingdom still has a lot of area at the back.
Unless they bulldoze down an office or something.
I'm sure they have space for that. And then they were also going to have the Villains Land in that area because they talked about the tower in the Tower of, we've never seen Encanto. But that was going to be kind of incorporated, it sounded like, into Splash Mountain. And they were also going to use that with the villains thing. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
We haven't seen Coco either. They are coming out with an Inside Out 2. And I was thinking, do we need an Inside Out 2? But I guess there's more they could do with that franchise or that series or movie.
Larry said Wonderland. Larry, is that in Toronto? Is that the one that's there? Or do they have a couple of different Wonderland parks? He said, I got soaked. But isn't that the one that Brad and Chris always talk about? And it's in Toronto area? Or Niagara or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Interesting. What, Orange Cone, what made it disappointing, did you think? Just like really no big news that was coming out of it? I watched it online, nothing of great significance other than the new DCL ship. Okay, and Larry said it was the one that's in Toronto on there.
Yep. Well, why don't you talk about the new ship since they brought it up?
Well, we'll do, why don't we do our Spotlight channel of the week, since it's almost to that time. Oh,
you didn't tell me we had a Spotlight channel.
I did.
You didn't tell me.
I did.
No, you didn't. You thought you did, but you didn't. He always thinks he tells me something when I know he didn't. Even though after having COVID, I've kind of been forgetting stuff at times, which is kind of scary. I'll say something or hear something, and I'm like, what did you say? And it was like literally a couple minutes before that. So I talked with people, and they said that should go away soon. So hopefully. All
right. So we're going to have our friends MGM Family Travel who sponsor the Spotlight channel. So take it away, guys.
Hi, we're MGM Family Travel.
Derek and Greg, let us know who the Spotlight channel is this week.
Pepper Tree Villa. It's a spin-off show.
Yes.
And he's also with the Five Foolish Mortals.
So every Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific time, Ben releases
Here's the proof. The proof is in the picture.
Ben releases videos. I believe he's on like episode 145, but you get to know more about Ben. So if you guys are not familiar, please check them out, support them. Great people, and if you haven't seen it, you'll love their content. They do their live shows, and then Ben kind of does his thing on the side to help promote the channel too. So Life with Ben, and if you notice that was like the Fraser skyline.
Jim, thank you for showing the proof is in the picture, like the proof is in the pudding. Jim just sent me a picture, and Bob and Ashley was there, so
yes.
to me. So go ahead with the ship.
Okay, so Disney announced the 6th ship is coming out. What is it going to be? So just
surprisingly, I never even thought of this name.
Yeah, so the
although it does start with a T.
The new class of Disney ship, which the Disney Wish is under, is called the Triton class.
Which we thought one of the ships would be called the Triton.
So it is. Dun-dun-dun. That's not it.
A nice foggy picture of a ship.
It's coming in, but
Disney
do we
ship.
know the name? Do we know the name?
We do know the name.
It's the Disney Treasure. Ooh.
So is that actually a picture of the Disney Treasure?
I'm sure it's all artist rendering because it's not built yet.
I was gonna say, ooh, look at that lobby though.
Yeah, so they
That's
did
beautiful.
mention that it's going to be with the colors of it. Actually, the colors of this look really good.
Ooh, it's Aladdin on the
Yep.
statue.
So let me kind of go into it a little bit more. So Disney Treasure. So what is popular about the Aladdin, the treasure? What was that called? What was that? Cave of Wonders?
Yes.
Yes. So if you look, that's to the right of the staircase, you can see the lamp on that light white podium.
A very tiny lamp.
Yeah, because if you look at the other Disney statues, they're usually on that podium, but on this one they obviously separated because Aladdin and Jasmine are flying around
That
on
looks
their magic
real.
card. Yeah, that looks really good.
It looks like they did the inside of the ship already.
Yeah, it's all artist rendering. So that is the lamp. I wonder if you rub the lamp, if it does anything special.
I don't know, but they would probably be cleaning it like crazy with sanitizing wipes.
And that's going to be the chandelier. So
that's pretty.
Yeah, I think.
Hopefully, we go on the Wish before this one even comes out.
Well, we still need to go on the Wonder too.
Yep.
Speaking of that,
Whichever one comes before, whichever one we do first. Mom, you enjoy the New York Yankees game. My mom's a big Yankees fan, so.
There's also, in addition to that, okay, what do we have here? Okay, so another announcement is
new island.
A new island. What could this be? Disney, they've announced this before.
That looks really rocky.
Yeah, well, this is photos of how it looks now.
Yeah, they're going to have to dredge it and everything, probably.
But these are artist rendering of Lighthouse Point, and it's in Eureka? I think in the Bahamas.
Okay, I thought you said something else, but okay. I'm glad you said Eureka, not Aretha Franklin. Did they take the cliffs out or something, or is that the other side of it?
It's sure. Well, the other one is probably at the point, at the very top of it. But let's see.
Hey, Arthur's Cruises, welcome.
Welcome all the way from Australia. But these are some of the rendering of what it's going to look like.
It's like a tiki look to it.
Yeah, they're supposed to really
futuristic.
Focus on the Bahaman feel of it, like the festival and the party stuff. And if I remember right, only 20% of the island is going to be used, and the rest of it is going to be treated as a natural preserve.
Yeah, that's what they did with the Castaway Key also.
Yeah, 90% is going to be solar powered. So that is, I was looking how close it is to Castaway Key, which is current Disney island. It's 130 miles away, so it's still a Bahamas island, and it's southeast of it, and it's west of Nassau. So it's still going to be in that area. They don't know when it's going to be built. So they do know that the Disney Treasure is going to be what do they call it? Not release,
I'm
but
sure they're developing the land right now.
I'm sure they are. 2024 is when the Disney treasure is going to be given to Disney.
Wow.
And then they're not sure. I think 2025 is when the lighthouse is going to be in there.
The
Moonlight Adventures. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
They must be building it right now.
They must, yeah. Oh, cool. Larry's going to do his travel training for Disney Cruise Lines.
Awesome.
Thanks, Larry. He says he doesn't know much about Disney. He gets our information from us. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that was happening from D23, and that was one of the things that they announced. Greg, what are some of the other things that they talked about?
Hold on 1 second, please. Hold, please. All right, let me pull up. I saved a bunch of stuff. So, I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'll just go through some stuff. So the Happily Ever After fireworks show is arguably the most beloved fireworks show at the Magic Kingdom in Florida, since Wishes is one of the most tear-jerking and jaw-dropping nighttime spectaculars at the Disney park globally. Happily Ever After will be coming back, so they are bringing that show back.
Wait a minute. Which is one they currently have? Is it Wishes?
It doesn't say.
I thought Happily Ever After was... we must have saw that one then, and they came out with another one after that.
Yeah, they took out Happily Ever After.
Okay.
To be honest, all the fireworks shows look the same to me, but I mean, I can't remember the differences.
Well, I think some of the differences, like the projections on the new show, there's projections on Main Street where I don't remember they use that. They do at Disneyland, but they don't at Walt Disney World. I think that was one of the big differences that I noticed.
The Wishes one I thought was the one they used for their for Disney's 50th, because I remember it would say wishes, like something like that. So Magic Kingdom is going to bring back Happily Ever After, so that's awesome. In other news, we have... It's not Christmas time yet, but for those of you that loved the beloved classic, Disney Christmas classic, A Muppet Christmas Carol, Disney Plus is going to bring back the full version of the movie, where it features When Love Is Gone. It's a song that was taken out of the one that's on Disney Plus now. We actually have the original DVD where it includes that song, but for some reason they took it out later on. They're going to re-release it. Michael Caine, his character is older, and he's in the past, and he's singing behind, his love, and she's younger, of course, because he's in the past, so she doesn't even know he's there, but he's singing it with her, and it was actually a very heartfelt moment, so they're bringing that back as well.
That's interesting why they wouldn't have that in the original one, maybe to cut down on time?
I don't know why they did that. In other news, unfortunately, it looks like Dinotopia will be going extinct once again. All the dinosaurs will be going extinct. It's going to make way for a 2-themed area. So Moana and Zootopia will replace Dinoland USA at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
So they took out the medieval whirl. They're just going to wipe everything else out at some point, too, unfortunately.
But the interesting thing on that is Dinosaur is themed for that area, so they must be retheming the dinosaur ride.
You never know. I don't know. They haven't
That'd be interesting.
They didn't bring that up yet.
Because if they didn't, that's not going to be themed in that. That'd be odd.
Well, that's its own little area. I mean, the dinosaur ride has like a little section, and then on the other side is Dino Land area. So, I don't know.
They must be coming up with something different on that. Well, I think
see.
people are ready for that, and that was kind of an odd little area there.
Yeah, it's kind of like carnival-looking rides and stuff.
The one area that was more popular over there is where you could dig up fossils, and that was for the kids. I noticed that was always heavily trafficked.
Well, that was funny because the last time we were there, I saw you down there with the kids looking for dinosaur bones as well. I have pictures.
Pushing them out the way.
That's mine. Get away now. So there is another thing here where are we at? If you go on Disney Plus, they have at least 2 parts to D23. We haven't watched them yet, but we would like to. But Magic Happens is a new parade that's going to be coming out. World of Color in California Adventures is going to be called World of Color 1, which will span the broad storytelling legacy of Disney's first 100 years and tell a new story through Disney classics and new favorites. And then there's another one that I saw where they were doing, I believe, a fireworks show at Disney where it would go through all 60 animated classic films. So that's going to be coming out at some point.
And they also, well, it's for the 100, it's a centennial of Disney, because California Adventure is going to have one too.
Yeah, it's Wondrous Journeys at Disneyland Park will ignite the wonder in everyone and features nods to all 60 Walt Disney Animation Studios films to date, taking viewers on a journey filled with artistry, music, storytelling, and heart. The show will feature a new song called "It's Wondrous." Hint: the Wondrous Journeys. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. There's hearsay things as well. I'm not going to go into that because we don't even know if it's true or not.
So, Greg, who is the traitor potato?
Say what now?
They said, "Yo, Greg, I got the Cowabunga collection. Now quit asking me about it." So, who is that?
Oh, that's Alex. Awesome. I didn't ask you to bug you. I was just excited for you to get it. Awesome. Now you got to tell me what you think about it.
Deb Moser, thank you so much. She loves the fall decor. Thank you so much. For all these decorations, got to give it to Greg. Greg likes to decorate. I let him go at it. Just Noah's Adventure.
I don't think you had a choice. I just went and did it. So,
William, friend, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
You said Just Noah's Adventures?
Yes, thank you. Arthur made a comment. For the first time, a Disney ship is going to Australia. And we were actually looking at the dates on it, and they're not too bad. Sorry, as I look at my screen now. So there is a 10-night Hawaiian cruise from Vancouver to Hawaii. It's on 10/3/23.
Oh, thank you, William.
And we normally get verandas or balconies. That's $3,900 per person for a 10-day cruise.
Well, we always get verandas because that's all we've ever had.
Well, I emphasize that because Disney says veranda where other people says balcony, or some people say terrace or something else. And then there's also a
Travel Adventures with Eric B. Welcome.
There's also a 10-night Hawaiian cruise from Honolulu to Vancouver. That one is $3,124, and that one is $3,800 for a balcony per person. And the one thing I noticed with Disney this time, they put it per person, where Disney normally does it per cabin, which makes the cost look like it's a lot more expensive. But like how other cruise lines, it's doing it per person, so it makes the cost look a little bit nicer. But then they also have a 13-night South Pacific cruise from Honolulu to Sydney. That one is $4,000 for a veranda. It goes to Pago Pago, American Samoa, Lautoka, Fiji, Noame, New Caledonia, but it ends in Sydney. And then there's a 15-night South Pacific from Sydney to Honolulu. That's February 16th, 2024. That one is $4,700 per person. So, but that's a 15-night cruise. That's on the Disney Wonder, which is Disney's second oldest ship, and it's part of the Magic class. I don't know if I'd want to sail that long on the smaller Disney ship.
No, I think a bigger ship would be better for that. But maybe they can't go to certain areas, so they have to use smaller ships.
I don't know. There shouldn't be an issue of it coming through the locks, because the Bliss comes through, NCL Bliss comes through the locks and goes West Coast, East Coast.
Jamie Wilhite, welcome.
So I'm not sure why that would be such an issue for them to do that. I guess Disney just says, the Wonder, you're West Coast, and the Magic is Europe, and then they're using the Wish, the Fantasy, and the Dream as being the Caribbean, different parts of the Caribbean.
Arthur Cruises says the cost of some of the short cruises are very expensive. 2-day sure selling for $9.50 per person. Oh, 2-day are selling for $9.50 per person. Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
more
not worth it for 2 days. Sorry.
Well, and what Greg and I were talking about, the cost when the Wonder comes out to the West Coast is very expensive because that's the only Disney ship that comes out here. So they can keep the cost high because
that's the
there's
one that we still have to do.
Yeah, I mean the cost we went on a 7-night cruise on the Fantasy, which was Disney's newest ship before the Wish, was less expensive than going on a 7-night cruise on the Wonder, the second oldest Disney ship, which came out in 2000. So it's insane how much Disney can charge, but the quality's there too. So
You get what you pay for sure with Disney, and Disney, they're, in my mind, the best.
Larry's going to go from Vancouver to Hawaii with Princess. Okay, that'd be a very good one. What ship is that, Larry?
Princess is actually very nice. I wouldn't mind going on all the Princess cruises that we could go on, actually.
Princess is definitely different. The one thing that we've learned from cruising is each cruise line has something different to offer, and something that other cruise lines do better than those cruise lines. But there's always something that you can enjoy on it. Princess doesn't have the attractions on there. They don't have the slides. They don't have any of like the laser tags on it. I don't even think they didn't even have arcade, did they? So it's more of an older, relaxed cruise. But we've enjoyed our 2 Princess cruises. In fact, as we're talking about that, let's bring up to what we have coming up. We are getting ready to release our next video, which is the Discovery Princess. Working on that. Should be done here pretty soon. But this is part of our Discovery Princess Alaskan Sampler cruise. And
that was not long enough.
No, but it was good to experience a new ship on that.
Yeah.
And then we will be talking about soon a group cruise announcement. So coming up probably in a few weeks, we're going to be doing this because Greg and I are going on a surprise or a secret mission next week. So we're not going to go live during this time, but we will be going live next week from our secret location. But we want to kind of tease you guys and tag you or bring you along with us.
It's so secret, I don't even remember what we're doing.
So we have that going on. And then when we come back from that trip, we won't be able to go live that week because of my work schedule. So it's going to be about 3 weeks before we do our normal Wednesday time slot on that.
And so we also got ready for Halloween just because we'll be ready when we come back. Arthur Cruises is going on a 19-night New Zealand cruise in January. Wow. Oh my gosh, 19 nights on a ship. Ooh, wow. And to New Zealand of all places. That's awesome.
Larry is doing the Bliss in 2024.
We're doing the Bliss in October.
Yes. That is my favorite ship so far. I love the Bliss.
I like the Bliss. Out of Norwegian, I would say that's the nicest, although... Yeah, we've been on 2 different Norwegians, and the Bliss is actually very nice.
The Bliss was awesome.
Soon to be 3 at some point.
Yes.
Norwegians.
Okay, Arthur is going on the Grand Princess. Okay.
Awesome.
The one thing I want to do about New Zealand is not Hobbit Town or whatever. It's where they take you to the set, Hobbiton. Mm-hmm. You can actually go see it. That's what I want to go meet my kinfolk.
Well, you would just be able to walk right in because, you don't have to duck or anything. I'd have to duck. I'd be like Gandalf trying to get in.
So, Larry, this is one that we are going to host. So it'll be a new one that we haven't mentioned the specifics for it, but it will be in 2024. We can share that.
Yep.
Yes.
You're making me yawn when you yawn.
It's this year, Larry. So 2022 is when we're doing the Bliss.
Don't forget, September 30th is on a Friday. And guess what comes out on Disney Plus? We got Hocus Pocus 2. So we're actually going to do a double feature here and just eat junk food type stuff and watch the first and second movie. So that's going to be all kinds of spooky good fun. You look so excited. It is like over 20 years in the making, and I really wish they came out with the original cast being back, but they went some other direction. At least we have the book Hocus Pocus with the sequel combined, and it's actually with the original characters, and so far it's actually pretty good. I read the original, now I'm reading the sequel, so we'll see how that one is compared to this new movie, which will be totally different.
Larry, to answer your question, if it goes through the way that we are hoping, we're looking at Labor Day 2024. Arthur said, yeah, that's about a 4-hour drive from Auckland. I was looking at that shore excursion when I'm in Auckland. Most likely do Lord of the Rings Auckland highlights. That would be awesome to do that. Beautiful country, but I've always wanted to go to New Zealand and
Yeah, me too.
and to be based out of, I mean, Arthur lives in Australia, so that's really not exciting for him. But
I'd like to go to Australia
yes,
too.
for us, that would be really exciting on it.
They have huge spiders, like the size of dogs I've seen, and that scares me a lot. But yeah.
Oopsie. Can you plug in the thing? It says it's not plugged in, and it's going to die. So Tweety, hello.
Oh my gosh! Wow, welcome. Is it plugged in?
For some reason, it's acting like a foo.
Wow. A what?
There we go.
There we go.
Yes, so Tweety,
Cheers, dilly dilly.
I was so hoping that
Dilly
we were
dilly.
going to meet Hillary in Seattle, but she's moved to Texas now.
Oh.
So she heard that we were coming to Seattle, and she quickly left. Of course, it was like 2 years ago that she left. But
See.
someday we'll either be able to cruise with you, or we'll be able
People
to meet
know
up.
when we're gonna be in places. They just clear the way. They're like, I don't want to see D&G. I'm just playing.
Exactly. So what other things, Greg? What other exciting things do we have going on? We have the second week of football, Monday Night Football, so the Bills are going to be on that. Maybe on a princess ship. That's what So Tweety said.
Deb Moser, welcome. My favorite itinerary so far is the 14 or 15 day Hawaii itinerary round trip from Long Beach, but we love sea days. Yeah, Derek and I love sea days also. I mean, I think that's the whole point of being on a ship, is to enjoy the ocean. You're out on the ocean, away from it all, having fun.
Deb, was that on the Carnival Miracle? Because I know the Miracle was doing the longer trips from Long Beach. So, and just thinking, it sounds like a Carnival Miracle cruise. Our Halloween cruise is going to be on the Radiance, and they added an extra day free for us because it was supposed to be just a 4-nighter from the 31st through the 4th, and then they because the Miracle's going in dry dock in sometime in October or maybe end of September, that they now made our cruise a 5-night cruise. So we're going side by side. We're going on the Bliss, and then the Halloween cruise is going to be on the Radiance. So we already were on the Radiance in June. Enjoyed that, but now we get a chance to spend a lot longer time, and we're going to Cabo, which we haven't experienced, and then we're going to go back to Ensenada, which was fun. So looking forward to that. But
We won't get in too much trouble.
no,
We might
no.
make a ruckus here and there, but
And Angela made a comment.
I know, because of the spider. Good thing about spiders is you can stomp on them. So,
Angela
yeah.
says, Gregory, you can't give Derek grief about his fear of sharks anymore.
I don't really give him grief about it.
I know I'm going to be the one that's going to get
Stop. Hey,
by a shark.
stop.
eaten. Yeah, we're looking forward to side by side. We actually were going to go to Disneyland for the one day that we had between it. But that saves us some money because, if they're adding an extra day for the cruise, then it's going to be better for us.
Deb said, yes, we've done the Miracle and the Spirit, getting ready to do the Radiance, which is replacing the Miracle due to dry dock. Yeah, we're going to do the Radiance in October going into November. When are you going to be on the Radiance?
Arthur, thank you so
Thank
much. Thanks for
you.
joining us. I really appreciate it. Have a good day down there. A good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
You can't stop a spider if it's bigger than your foot. Yeah, I don't know why you're so afraid of spiders.
If it's as big as a dog,
They're not that big, Greg. That's
well,
being a little bit
a
dramatic.
small dog. But I've seen them. They're big. And they have camelback spiders too, and I've seen them in cars and everything. No thanks.
Deb, are you going to Hawaii on that, or are you going to be on our cruise, the October 30th cruise? That would be cool if she's on that one. That would be exciting.
October sailing.
So we
So
are.
is it the Halloween cruise you're going on?
We might go to Disneyland when we come back.
Wait, it has to be. Because if she was going... They've done the Miracle in the Spirit, getting ready to do the Radiance, which is replacing the Miracle due to dry dock. So wasn't ours the first one that was replacing it? Oh. Well, you have to go on it. We'll see if you go on it or not.
Yeah, so we have no plans of going to Disneyland.
We have no plans. Doesn't mean it just might come out of nowhere.
We're hoping if everything works out right, but we might just go to Disneyland on the way back because I don't know when we're going to go to Disneyland. It's going to be
Disney Lax?
Disney Lax. Yeah.
Is that a new laxative?
It's
Disney
a-
Lax?
It's a with the costs they charge, of course.
October Hawaii. We'll be disembarking on the 30th. Oh.
Oh,
We'll have fun.
So as they're coming off the ship, we're getting on it.
Well, maybe we'll see them. Who knows?
Depends how soon they get off. Yeah, they do. They do a pretty good job of though separating the oncoming passengers to the ones that are coming getting
Yeah,
off
it's
the
not
ship.
like you're walking off and you're walking on. Hi,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
You're like way apart, spread apart with walls and barricades in between you.
So one thing to remember. Ooh, Moonlight Adventures are going on the Symphony of the Seas.
We were supposed to do that as a group cruise like 2 years ago,
Yes.
but it didn't happen.
Have you guys been on a royal ship before? We definitely want to go down a royal ship, so we're looking forward to that. And the Symphony was the ship that we were booked on, and Mr. C took care of that. We couldn't do that anymore. But just as a reminder, guys, we do have a video that we're coming out. We are not going to be live in our normal time slot next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock West Coast. But we will be going lives at the end of next week.
Okay.
Just not in a normal time slot. Your mom, take me, please. All right, I think that's everything, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you.
Greg, was there anything else? I thought there was one thing that we missed, and I'm trying to rack my brain. That's usually why I write things down, and I didn't do it today.
I don't think so. It's just by the time we come back, it'll already have been the first day of fall, so it will make sense that we are fully decorated and everything. So we won't be back live until the first week or second week of October.
Yeah. We are going to have Jennifer,
What?
Moonshine Jen. I always forget her channel, Extraordinary Adventures. But she's going to be on it. It's either going to be on that first show or the second show. We're still trying to determine
the 5th of October we'll come back.
Come back, yeah. And we'll probably do our own show, do the group cruise announcement, and then the following week have Jennifer Moonshine on our show.
And then the week after that, hoping that we have some special guests for a Halloween type show, because we won't be, that would be on the 19th, because after that we won't be available because we'll be on a cruise. So the 19th will more than likely be our Halloween show.
Larry's asking, is our shipmates up to date? No. There's some cruises that we don't have added in there. We actually need, because we've been talking about the Bliss and the Radiance. At one time we weren't talking about it, but we've talked about it so much I need to add those onto it. But I'll update that because it's been about a month since I've been on Shipmates. But other than that, I think it's pretty accurate. We do have a cruise that we're going on that we have some really close friends that they don't like to do YouTube stuff. So we are trying to just keep it a little bit quieter because that way we can hang out, enjoy our time with them. But
I know
that's
Mom.
probably the only one that we're kind of like hiding right now.
Mom hasn't been to Disney since 2012. I know.
Soon, very soon. But I don't know if the ship show is coming on, you guys. So if they are, please check them out. I know this weekend they're going to be going to Vegas, if I remember right. It's another ship show, Sharing at Sea meetup for football. We won't be there, unfortunately, because we got other plans. And then also on the Disney side, Dis and That, who were just recently at D23 and in Disneyland. So I'm pretty sure they've made it back home, and they're getting ready to do a live show. But thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. I know you have a lot of options that you can do, and you choose to be with us, so we appreciate that. But I'm Derek.
I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm Derek. Did I just say it again?
You mean you're a little explorer?
All you need to
I'm
do is
Big
look
Explorer.
at that. All I need to do is look at the bottom of the screen.
Excuse me.
I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
We are just getting started. Have a good night, everybody. Happy
Thanks.
fall early.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. And
Dilly dilly.